Installation of the Nutone HB80RL bathroom fan with light. Unpack the package and remove all fan components. Fan package contains fan housing with blower assembly, light reflector lens, light reflector with light bulb socket, grill, damper. Instruction. Housing and blower assembly details. Acorn nut for mounting the bulb reflector with a grill. The blower assembly tabs inserted into the housing slots. Fan motor plug, black. Fan receptacle, black. Light receptacle, white. Tabs positioning the fan housing to the 1/2 inch thick sealing finish. Threaded pin for mounting the light reflector. Housing mounting holes. Reversible cable connector plate. Open knockout in the cable connector plate. Another knockout in the cable connector plate to open if needed. Cable connector plate securing screw. Ground screw. Remove the fan blower assembly from the fan housing. Remove the wiring panel. The cable connector plate can be reversed as needed for certain installations. Remove the cable connector plate. Positioning markings for a finished wall thickness other than 1/2 inch. Slot for inserting the wiring panel tab. A holder to hold the wiring panel in place. Slots for inserting the blower assembly tabs that hold the blower assembly in place. Slots for the cable connector plate hook and hole for the security screw. Cable connector plate hook. Slots for inserting the damper tabs to hold the damper in place. Damper tabs. Installation screws. For 1/2 inch drywall, bend the housing tabs outwards. Place the bent tabs against the bottom of the ceiling joist and secure the housing to the joist. Install the damper by inserting the damper tabs into the housing slots. Make sure the damper flap moves freely. Install the A14 3nm cable from the switch or the same size cable that exists in the switch. Install the cable connector plate in the appropriate position for installation. Make sure the hook on the cable connector plate fits properly into the slot in the fan housing. Screw securing the cable connector plate. Snap-in cable connector. Staples. Secure the cable connector plate to the housing with a screw. Insert the approved cable connector into the open cable knockout. Insert the cable into the cable connector. Staple the cable to the joist no more than 12 inches from the cable entry to the fan housing. Remove the cable sheath. (14) 3nm cable wires description. Black, fan hot wire. Red, light hot wire. Bare, ground wire. White, neutral wire. Wrap the ground, bare, wire around the ground screw and tighten the screw. Ground wire tightened with ground screw. At least 1/4 inch cable sheath must be left inside the enclosure. Trim all wires to no shorter than 6 inches from the bottom of the junction box and strip the ends of the wires to approximately 1/2 inch. Wires ready for connection. Details of the wiring panel. Wiring panel tab to insert into the fan housing slot. Wiring panel hook to insert in the fan housing wiring panel holder. The handle of the connection panel, push-pull. Neutral wires of both receptacles, white. Hot, blue, wire of a light receptacle, white. Hot, black, wire of a fan receptacle, black. Connect the fan, light as follows. Neutral, white, wires from both receptacles to the neutral, white, wire from the cable. Hot, black, wire from the fan receptacle to the hot, black, wire from the cable. Hot, blue, wire from the light receptacle to the hot, red, wire from the cable. Insert all wires into the fan housing junction box and secure the wiring panel to the housing. Insert the tab of the wiring panel into the slot in the fan housing and press the hook of the wiring panel into the hook holder of the fan housing. Wiring panel installed. Light switch connection for fan with light. Connection sketch of the fan, light switch. Connection of a combination of two single-pole switches. Example of a spliced wiring junction box for a combination of two single-pole switches. Connection of two single-pole switches. Same wiring method as single junction box, but made in a two-gang junction box that can accommodate two single-pole switches. Connection of the fan with light using 214, 2 nm cables replacing 114, 3 nm cable. After drywall installation, install the fan blower assembly. Insert and lock. Fan grill, front view. Slots for inserting tabs of light lens. A niche for installing the lens. Fan grill, rear view. Light reflector. Notches to fit lens tabs. Hole for mounting the light reflector with grill to the threaded pin of the fan assembly. Light bulb socket. Light unit plug, white. Acorn nut securing the light reflector with fan grill to the fan assembly. Threaded pin for mounting the grill with light reflector to the fan assembly. Reflector lens. Lens tabs that need to be inserted into the fan grill slots. Plug the light reflector into the light receptacle, white. Insert the reflector through the fan grill. Insert the reflector mounting hole onto the fan threaded pin and secure it with an acorn nut. Install the light bulb, must be suitable for use in a totally enclosed luminaire. Install the light reflector lens. To remove the lens, insert a flat screwdriver between the lens tab and the grille. Push the tab toward the center of the lens while carefully pulling the screwdriver down along with the lens.